Ah, the afterlife.
No, he's been dead for 3 days.
So now the channel's mine. Thank you for watching. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some bad news for you. Mario is in fact a sexist. Now you may be wondering why, and I'll tell you why. You're all wrong, you right-wing sexist.
Hey y'all, it's Scott here. I've just completely lost it. I'm so far down, I've ripped off my cast. I just need something to talk about.
I don't fucking know. Cult of the Lamb, made by Massive Monster and published by Devolver Digital. Man, Devolver Digital is such a Chad company. If there's any indie game that needs funding, they're sure to swoop in like Vulture. That's the reason Enter the Gungeon exists. And I love Gungeon. Cult of the Lamb stars you, Lamb. These sons of bitches are sacrificing the last lamb, which is you, Lamb. They do it and you end up in the afterlife. First time for everything. There's this big chained guy here. He offers to bring you back to life under the circumstance you start to cult at his name. You know, I'm a big fan of small business. I'm in. Excepting that he gives you a cool hat. After that, you bust out of this joint, find some guy in the woods, free some guy from being sacrificed, typical Wednesday behavior. You indoctrinate this fellow into your cult, and you actually get to fully name and customize them. I named this horse here James Baxter. He ate a bowl of shit. Next day, he meant to be sacrificed. Thanks, James! From here on out, it's about taking care of your cult. Make sure they still have faith and dungeon crawling. That is a big part of the game. The whole dungeon crawling elements you see. This hat on your head that I mentioned previously, well, that thing can turn into a weapon randomly selected at the beginning of a dungeon. Autism be damned, this boy can work a cleaver.
Meanwhile...
Where am I?
What are you doing?
I'm assembling a pentagram so I can bring Gaz back to life after you couldn't fix him and ruined his channel.
That's a pentagon, not a pentagram.
Oh.
There's a bunch of different weapons, like swords, knives, axes? There's a bunch of different weapons, like swords, knives, axes, cleavers, claws, and this leads to a very nice gameplay loop. If you ever played the indie game known as Moonlighter, you know what I'm talking about. Get things from dungeon, go back to village, use things to improve village. I know the game sounds really boring when I put it like that, but trust me, it's really interesting. Similarly to Hades, you'll eventually reach these forks in the roads when you're out pillaging. You get to choose if you want upgrades, a new villager, food stuff, materials.
A boat's a boat, but the mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat! You know how much we've wanted one of those?
Everything you find on quests can be used to help you build your cult, such as building temples, farms, beds, body pits, everything. But the dungeons aren't the only place you can get materials. You can also tell your villagers to go chop down trees, get rocks, worship, everything. And as far as I got into the game, that's basically the gameplay. I only recorded 3 hours of footage for this. Hey, this is Editing Gaz here. Editing the script after I was done recording. I played a hell of a lot more, so now I have like 10 hours of gameplay. It's really fucking good, okay? Throughout each area you'll explore, there will be a new enemy type thrown in every time you go to a certain area. For example, the Deep Woods is little spike guys. Then the boss based off the little spike guys. And then the spike guys have the ability to shoot eggs. The boss repeats that. And the final boss of the area throws all of them into a big mixing pot, stirs it together for one big climactic finale. Take Leshy here. Go ahead, take him. He will reflect the last 3 bosses you fought, so going into it, you immediately know how to deal with this thing. It's a really cool system and I love it. Now, I'm sure this isn't the first game to do this, but shut up. And can I just say this is one of the most appealing video game art styles I've ever seen? It looks a lot like Paper Mario in a way. I will say it's a little hard to tell exactly where you can and cannot stand when there's a bunch of projectiles getting flung at you. But the later I got in the game, the more I got used to this. And this soundtrack is great. Take a listen. It's good. Real good. If you're a fan of roguelikes or Animal Crossing or any simulation game like this, I would heavily suggest it. I didn't go over everything in this game, I only went over the first boss and area because I don't want to spoil this for you. It's only like 25 bucks on the eShop, not including the DLC. There's still some stuff I didn't talk about though, like I didn't talk about this dice game, commandments, sacrifices, rituals. Yep, okay, that's enough of that. And just like that, I'm out of topic to talk about again. Oh man, the afterlife is great. I love it so much.
What are you waiting for?
Fuck it.
Wait, what's going on? What's going on? Wait a minute.
My fucking neck! Hi, Mike.
Hey guys.
Let's go. What's new with you?
Not much.
Alright.
I kidnapped someone.
No, same.
Let's go get
Wait, don't leave me.
Don't drink the entire tub of mayonnaise.
Don't leave me.